Our first question comes from Sean, and Sean starts off with something that, if you know my work, you know this will bother me, but let's get started. My question involves my son. It'd have been nice for the question to come from the son, but let's go on because I think this dad is going to uh, come up with some interesting insights that I think will help us all. He is 16 and will be a junior in high school in the fall. He is 6 feet tall and weighs about 135 pounds, basically about 61 kilos. He plays water polo for a school team and wants to do everything he can to make the varsity team this year. Well, I sure hope he's in the pool every day practicing and swimming hard and taking care of business. The season begins in the fall, but the team has practices and plays in tournaments over the summer, and I sure hope he goes to every practice and every tournament. Tryouts will coincide with the beginning of the school year in about 8 weeks. Today, he asked his coach what he needs to do to make the team and was told, hit the weight room and put on some size. And all my listeners are going, why would you wait until 8 weeks out to make that kind of determination? I had a good friend play for a major university. I don't want to mention the university's name because I hate it. And the head coach, who's a legend, said to him one day, I need you to put on 40 pounds and lose 3/10 of a second in your 40-yard time before fall. And the coach said to him, coach told him this in about June. So he wanted him to put on 40 pounds in 8 weeks and get faster. We all know what the coach was hinting at. Uh, I'm going to tell you straight up, I wish we would have taken care of this earlier. I have a program made for high school kids, basically, called Mass Made Simple. I would have had you do this probably in January, February. It's a 6-week program. You still have time to do this now if the podcast hits you in time. And so the coach said, today he asked his coach what he needs to make the team, and he was told, hit the weight room and put on some size. Mass building combined with tournaments and water polo is going to be difficult. That's going to be a tough double draw here. But let's continue on. Over the past year, he's been doing push, pull, hinge, squat, loaded carry workouts 3 times a week and running 2 to 4 miles on the other days. Wait, we're talking about mass building here. Lifting weights 3 days a week, good idea. Running 2 to 4 miles while mass building, not a good idea. But wait, there's more. This is in addition to off-season water polo once a week, which I would say should have been 3 days a week. Oh, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu twice a week. BJJ is taking a back seat for the duration of water polo. I realize, says Sean, bailing himself out, this amounts to a herd of rabbits running in every direction, but over the lockdown, I was glad he found constructive ways to spend his time. Sean, you redeemed yourself in my eyes on that last line. Given the input from his coach, I would greatly appreciate any thoughts you have. Yeah, why is he running? Why is he doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Yeah, I don't get it. He's 6 foot 135. He needs to put on weight, and he's running 4 miles. How does running carry over to water polo? I can see the BJJ actually, because water polo is a fighting sport from what I've seen. My high school was very good in water polo. I watched a lot of games. But yeah, ideally I would I would have him lifting twice a week, eating every single thing in sight with the high rep squats. I would drop the running. You'll notice I have him drop back to 2 days a week. On the days he is doing his squatting, that would probably be a good day to maybe practice the skill set of water polo, and then maybe on the recovery days, getting some long, easy distance swims in to keep both sides. Yeah, this is a classic total. Um, yeah, this is wait until the last minute for me. You should have about 4 to 6 months of time to get yourself ready for get yourself used to the new mass once you build it. And of course, he'll have maybe a week or two at most, which might be fine. I mean, we always joke in American football, no one gets smaller as you compete. You might get slower, but no one gets smaller. Dump the running. He can run the rest of his life. I would maybe dump the BJJ. He can go roll around the mats the rest of his life. He has a very narrow window for water polo. He has this season and the season after, and I would put all my eggs in that basket if I were him. But this is one of those questions that's tough for me to answer. It would have been nice if he'd given me more time. It would have been really helpful for him to have started dealing with the mass January, February versus June, July, August. But if you here's your short answer: buy my book, Mass Made Simple, follow it to the letter, and then hope he puts on some weight. At 130 pounds, at 6 foot, where he's at as a junior, he might really put on a lot of weight. He might break our records. Good luck to you, Sean, and thank you for the question.